How you doing today, guys? Today I want to talk about silent frustrations. Silent frustrations, and what does that have to do with rejections? All right, so there was a guy, I guess in California, and I guess he killed a bunch of women because he was getting rejected, and he was tired of, I guess, being rejected, and I don't know, just he wasn't very experienced with the opposite sex. And he said, well, I should be getting sex and all this. These girls don't want me. Blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah that. So in short, he went on a shooting spree. And he made a video before it to kind of justify why he was doing it. So obviously this guy has some type of mental issue. Because nowadays in the 21st century, it's not really hard to get a girl, especially if this guy was the son of the director of Hunger Games. It's not really hard if you have a car, you have money. It's not hard to snag a date or get a woman. I'm just saying, nowadays it's not. So his problem is he probably didn't have good game. He probably has social anxiety. He probably couldn't communicate very effectively with the opposite sex. It could be one of those things. And he was just one of those type of guys who has silent frustrations. In other words, he wouldn't let anybody know what was going on. He wouldn't seek help. He sunk it all in. And when you sink stuff all in, at a certain amount of time, it's going to mature. So, if he's gotten rejected one time and it really hurt, instead of him trying it again, he's let this hurt mature until now he thinks about it over and over until it becomes anxiety and depression. And that's basically what happened to him. And then now he's thought about it so much, now he's ready to snap because he wants to take revenge on it because it's felt so bad. And when he should have seeked out help, maybe from a pickup artist like me, or just seek out advice, relationship advice, what to do, or a dating doctor, or went out with some friends. Should have had more friends. I'm assuming that he was a guy, an anti-social guy in general. I'm assuming that already. This type of guy he was, because usually when you hang out with a lot of people, you increase your exposure to people, and therefore increasing your exposure, you increase what you can actually snag. You can actually snag a date. So that's what I believe what was going on with this guy. He let his frustrations ultimately take over his mind, and he went on a shooting spree. And I didn't look at the whole story, but I don't know if he killed himself or if somebody shot him, but I think he did end his life. All over getting a woman in your life. All over because women don't want you. This guy had an advantage, folks. He had money. And he had a name. Like if you were to say, I'm the son of the director of Hunger Games, that's already an advantage right there. Well, he didn't have game. He didn't have the confidence what it took. And he did not know how to handle rejection properly. Guys, you're gonna get rejected all the time in life. You have to learn how to take rejection properly and keep moving forward. This is what I mean by this. These men are so sensitive nowadays. When they can't handle rejection, they feel that rejection is the end of their world, and they can't keep doing it. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, that's the definition of an insane person. But you try new things, then. If the guy kept on getting rejected over and over again, he should have tried something new, a different avenue. Just like I said before, seeked out some help or some sort. And that's why he got very frustrated. He kept doing the same thing over and over and expecting new results, and it wasn't working. Maybe, just like I said, his game was probably inexperienced. So he should have seeked out some help. But instead, he wanted to take matters to his own hand, and this is maturity when depression, anxiety matures into something crazy. So guys, don't fall into silent frustrations. A lot of guys do this. A lot of guys, I know we're men, we don't talk about our problems and all that. And this is why men die early. We are depressed and nobody knows about it. Let somebody know. Let a friend know. This is why you need a best friend. Because we're men, but we have problems too. We can't always say, oh, I ain't, whatever, man. I ain't got to say anything about that. I'll just suck it up. No, because you internalize that stuff. And when you have an out, it's like a grounder. It's electricity. Sometimes electricity needs a place to go, and the grounder stops the electricity. So you need an out, man. Have a best friend you can relate to who can help you out. That's why it's important. That's why it's not always good to be an antisocial person who has no friends. Some people just say, well, I don't like friends. I'm not really that sociable. I like being alone. Guys, it's like we're not really meant to be alone. Men and people in general don't do well in solitary confinements. So the whole moral of the point is, don't hold stuff in, all right? Don't hold your silent frustrations in. Let it out. Let somebody know and seek help. Don't become an island, because when you become an island, that's when stuff like this happens, when you shoot people. That's it for today, guys. You have a great day.